Welcome to Q&A Thursday. I'm your coach, Tandar Tanapoli. Let's begin. I get agitated and tense very easily lately. I snap at people around me for the smallest things and feel guilty right after. I don't know how to get back to normal and calm down. Please help. I'm so glad you wrote that in. It's not that you get angry just easily and you don't know why. It's most possibly is an action or a talk or certain words that causes these triggers to pop out of you as anger. And these are reactions to those triggers. Some people react with anger, some people with anxiety, some people get really nervous or shut down, some people get depressed. It's a reaction to a certain trigger causes you to have such an outbreak. And the way we can figure that out, what kind of pain is causing that, and the root of all pain is fear. There is a fear of something that's causing you to have such outbreaks and such reactions. And therefore, we have to find out what fear is overtaking you. And with that being said, let's get to our tips. Number 1, calm your body right away. In order to find any solution and have a clear mind to get to any answer of why you're doing what you're doing, first you have to calm your body down. If you're snapping into anger or going into depression or going into anxiety, you have to bring your body back to its natural state, which is calm. And with that, you can use some breathing techniques, you can do some stretching exercises, go for a quick walk, have a glass of water. You know the drill. You gotta calm your body down in the first few minutes so you're able to get your thoughts clear, start a new journey, a new path towards figuring out what it is actually that's bothering you. So with that being said, let's get to number 2. Think about the consequences. You mentioned that if this has been happening for a while, you go into anger, then you feel guilty afterwards for the people you snapped at. When you feel guilty about who you're hurting, how you're reacting to people, doesn't make you feel good, doesn't make the person receiving it feel good. In order to stop it in the present and for the future, think about the consequences that these feelings have caused you. You mentioned that you feel guilt as a result of your anger. And this has been a cycle that's been happening over and over again. In order to stop that and replace it with something better, you also have to think about the consequences of the past, of the people on the receiving end of your anger and the feeling that you carry with you afterwards. So once it's happening and you feel it's coming up, when the triggers are there, you have to think about the consequences of the past. How did it make you feel? What did it make you feel right after? You can stop it before it happens, halfway through it happens, and even right after it happens, because there are words such as sorry and apologies that you can make up for it in that moment instead of carrying the guilt around with you for days to come. That's another tool to add on to the process to help you change it all around. Let's get to number 3. Ask the right question, you'll get the right answer. If you ask questions such as, why is this happening to me? Why am I always doing this? These are the questions that will not get you to a solution. It's only going to make you feel worse than feeling better. Asking the right questions, however, is going to get you to the root of the problem and find out where this fear is coming from. Asking questions like, what is that specific moment? Why is it that specific person that gets me angry? Such questions help you get to the answers of what you're really afraid of, what is really on your mind, what's really bothering you, where is the root of this problem, how did it begin? These are the questions that will get you to such answers. And it's worth it. It's worth releasing the pain and the anger. It's worth it. And believe me, getting to the right solution, it's worth every question. So start asking the questions. Number 4, find a happy place. Happy place for everyone is very different. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go to a certain place physically where you get rid of the anger. Obviously, the anger is coming from somewhere. It's from fear of something. Once you figure out what the fear is And if you can't figure it out on your own, you can always do it with the help of a coach. It doesn't have to be me. It can be anyone else. Just make sure if you can't get to the answer, get help. I'm sure you can find 5 minutes to get rid of feelings of fear, guilt, shame, right? Imagine the power you have for bringing in the positive. So start practicing. And I hope this was a good answer to your question. Please write me in and keep me updated with your progress. And I can't wait to see the rest of you next week. Don't forget to share your suggestions and your questions under this video. I really look forward to reading them. And thank you so much again for all your emails and your questions. I can't wait to see you all next week. Until then, keep happy and healthy.